let's act as if someone came under your mentoring and you and they admittedly said, on a scale of 1 to 10, my empathy is about a 0. What would you do practically, tactically, to guide them to grow that empathy muscle?
So there's a 2-stage process for this. So stage 1, we have this thing called an animal behavior profiling chart that I developed for kids who were maybe on the spectrum and needed to understand why people did what they did. But one of the animals on there is a Chihuahua. And why do we have a Chihuahua on there? Well, Chihuahuas are barking all the time. You get close to them, they might snap a little bit. But why are they barking? And I would talk to the client and say, why are they barking? What is the reason? Because they're tough? Because they're strong? So I go through all these things, and we finally get down to fear. They're scared. So we see, I'm showing them posturing behavior that some people do where I'm trying to be on top, and I'm aggressive, loud. That's a fear behavior. That's not like confidence or anything like that. So I start showing them a behavior that used to piss them off and then saying, here's what's under that. Here's the reason behind that. And the second element of this is in your everyday life, if you can start spotting these behaviors, you're not just seeing an adult who's scared, you're seeing a little script that got written when they were 8 or 9 years old that said, I will never let anybody hurt me again. And I think that gets addictive because if you get someone's worldview to start seeing people as reasons instead of just broken, he's a, they'll call him a bad name. But the reason behind that, and they'll see that little childhood script, I definitely think that changes the world for people.
Hey, we're to get right back to the conversation, but hey, I want to make sure you know that your info is all over the internet. And chances are data broker sites are selling it to online scammers. That's why you need to check out Delete Me. This isn't about paranoia. It's about being prepared and protecting yourself. Delete Me is the industry leader at scrubbing your info from the internet so that you can breathe easier when you spend time online. You can save 20% at joindeleteme.com/frontrowseat. So annual plans are just $9 a month. That's joindeleteme.com/frontrowseat. It's so true, isn't it? When the first time you realize you can like somebody that has diametrically opposed political beliefs or religious beliefs. That shocks a human the first time you go, well, I thought they were going to be like this, and I actually just had a real human conversation with them, and turns out I like them even though I hardly agree with them on anything.
Yeah, and we share so much common ground, not just on here's what I want for the next election, but here's what I'm carrying in here, and here's all the things if it gets really real, here's all the things that I'm kind of hiding because our number one fear as human beings, and I train a lot of people that do this venture capital stuff where they get pitched all the time by people, private equity, that's what they call it. And I train them to spot the BS and these guys that are pitching them. And there's so much. The first thing I train them to do is when someone is in performance mode versus conveying information and being in a conversation. And rarely we can get to the point where we're actually realize that other people are carrying way more than you think. And it's however similar you think you are to somebody else, it's 10x minimum.